gonna pick up. Call too many times. Text back saying sorry I'm drunk. Why do I even try? Argue in circles for hours, cause what else can we do? Seems so sweet when it started, but now it's overgrown. I break my back trying to fix this and still end up alone. But I'll keep trying and trying till it splits me in two. 'Cause I don't think we're working out. Every Saturday
again, why? Hola, hola, hello, hello darkness, my old friend. I've come to see you again. Are they the words? Are they the words? Me not here. So, I'm gonna take this last tab out of this book. So, I've finished. I come of so many emotions that will come out in my vlog. But I cannot wait to get onto War. I need to find out from Liam when we can read War. And if it wasn't for me already being behind on a couple of read-alongs, well, one read-along technically, because I'm behind on Graceling, I would just pick up War right now. But the reason I'm not picking up War right now, other than the fact that I don't think Liam's mentally, emotionally ready for it either, is that, well, for one, I've got Valor to read and I've got the Graceling series to catch up on, and also I need time to process this tome of madness. It's a madness. If you've read this, which 99.9% of the book community has, you'll understand what I'm going with. Just, I can't deal with my emotions right now. I don't think I can speak, but this is a 5 out of 5 stars. Like, no, 10s across the board. Would recommend 100%. Yes. So, next up, I still have Ship of Magic to catch up on and read. Shall we bring you forward? And we have my bookshelf. Well, my book trolley. So, I'm probably a little bit far behind now. I need to catch up to Michael. So, well, that's not in the right place. I want to take that out because I've listened to a bit more of this, but I've still got quite a bit of this to read. This is what I've got to read next. So, I'm not reading this yet because Becca Fowell, the beautiful blue-haired goddess, I'll be reading this with her probably next week. So I've read that bit I'm digging into intermittently. I will start reading that this week, but that's not something that you read in one fell swoop. It's kind of like a, you know, read it in increments sort of thing. So, where's Graceling? I don't know where Graceling is, but I need to read Graceling first. And then I can read Fire after I've read Graceling. So I don't know where Graceling is, but we do have a couple of middle grades that we can read. And then those 3 are saved for the Polathon, and that is another. I'm not ready for that yet. I'm not ready for that. So we've got a few things we can pick from, but I don't know where Graceling is. This is what we're working with right now. Oh, Graceling's down here. Graceling, should we pick it up? Because I need to read that. That should be up here. There we go. City of Rust. Should we pick City of Rust? Let's pick City of Rust. What I'm going to do, it is currently 8:30. It is currently 8:30. And I need to catch up on Madship. Okay, so what I need to do is catch up on Madship. While I'm cooking my tea tonight, I will catch up on Madship. I don't know where I am specifically in the book, because those tabs can be removed because I'm not that far behind. So I definitely need to get through a chunk of this, and if I have time tonight, I will then read some of this. But I do also want to watch another episode of The Boys that I started watching last night. That is gruesome. Drugs, violence, sex. It's a lot. When my friend said he watched it, my friend from work, he said he'd watched it. I was like, oh, The Boys. I don't know why from the title. He didn't really tell me what it was about. And then I found it on Prime and I thought, well, this is the only thing that I can see. It must be this. Holy Jesus. He just said it was really good. He did not warn me about the carnage. So basically The Boys it's on season 2 now. It's a series about a group of boys, well, men, that are basically formed as a result of this lad called Huey. His girlfriend is killed by a soup, and a soup is someone who's supposed to be a superhero. How original. But this is kind of like superheroes but flipped on its head. So to the public, they are the heroes, the amazing people, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Typical cheesy, picture perfect kind of humans, or superhumans. But in reality, it's not so good. They are murderers. They are, one of them sexually assaulted women, trigger warning. And a darker side. I don't know if it's social commentary. It could be a social commentary on how just because you are presenting yourself to everyone in a certain light on social media, in the public eye, doesn't mean you're the same person behind closed doors. Is that me just reading too much into it? Possibly. Have a tendency to do that. Could that possibly be the actual message? Maybe. But, you know, we don't know. But on this bit, like, Huey gets together with this weird, I think he's supposed to be a Cockney, or maybe he's Australian. His accent slightly shifts now and again, because sometimes he sounds very Cockney, and then other times he sounds like he's got an Australian swing, you know what I mean? But I think it's supposed to be Cockney, because at one point they do mention tea, and they mention English tea, but I don't know. We'll see. But apart from the slightly debatable, questionable accent, there are some really good characters. Frenchie is great. I don't know what the other guy's name is. I need to find out his name. The other guy in their cohort. You've got Frenchie, Huey, who's trying to get revenge for his girlfriend, and then you've got, I can't remember what this other guy's name is now. He's gone out of my head. Poof. I don't know what it is. But he's a good character. He's the one that is very, very against these soups, and then it's slowly coming to light as to why he's against these superhumans, and he does like flashback situations and things like that. But it is gruesome. I did not expect this going in, and to be fair, I wasn't paying attention when the first credits come up. It does warn you. It shows you that you have to watch from the very, very beginning. Yeah, it definitely shows you need to watch from the very beginning, because it does warn you right at the beginning of every single episode that there's sex, drugs, violence, viewer discretion advised. But because I was in the middle, I think I was in the middle of cooking my tea last night when I first switched it on, I just didn't see that bit. So the first bit of violence that I saw was kind of like, and then something happened between two people that was, shall we say, non-consensual. And that was kind of like, fuck. And then the next episode came on and I was like, oh. So this is not child-friendly. It's not a cute, you know, superhero type show that you watch with your kids. I don't know if it's going to become one of those guilty pleasures. A bit like my mum with Blacklist. Blacklist became a bit of a guilty pleasure for her. And to be fair, SWAT for me is kind of a guilty pleasure, because it's got Shamar in it. You know Shamar, I can't remember his last name, but Shamar from Criminal Minds. Yeah. And to be fair, it's some easy viewing. So yeah, if you want easy viewing with a guilty pleasure, and I be beautiful man, Shamar, SWAT. Oh, I have a lot to get on with, what I'm going to do, so we'll try and read as much as this is possible. I'm going to find out when Michael is on this, because I need to catch up, and then we'll do a bit of this. I can slide through a lot of this before bed, but we will see, my loves. I'm going to get off and make myself some tea, or if you're from down south, dinner, and then I will see there on the morrow, probably. Peace. Hi guys. I can't remember if I started this yesterday or not. My brain's gone to pot. So it is what it is, as I always say. We have finished the Mad Ship. No such Ship of Magic then. Mad Ship. This tome was a lot. Obviously, because it's the second in a trilogy, I can't go into too much depth about it. One of the characters that I originally really disliked in the first book has grown on me in this book. Grown as a person, therefore has grown. In my eyes, I've grown to like them. And the ending, I have absolutely no idea how the last book's gonna go. It's all up in the air. I think the first book is building you up, and I'm just not sure how it's gonna go. So that's that done, and I finished that today. Next up, I'm gonna be finally, I want to finish this last month, but it's 20 to 12 now, so I'm probably gonna spend the rest of this evening finishing off One Piece, and maybe read a bit tomorrow morning before work. I do really, how much more have I got? Still got like 10 minutes of a vlog to edit as well. Why do I do this to myself? I'm way behind on my vlogs, it's unreal. And then what I'm going to pick up next after that is last month's middle grade monthly, which is City of Rust. Although this was last month's middle grade monthly and I've already done the live show, I am still going to read it because I still really want to read it. And I'm probably going to count this toward my middle grade prompt for Royal Readathon. So I can't remember exactly what this one was for, but this one was, I think this was Death or Greed, one of them. Either way, it fit. And then I'm going to jump into this, which is going to be, the writing's quite big, so I can probably get through this quite quickly. Then we have the rest. Ignore what's behind me. This is what I've got to read for the rest of the month. So we've read Akamath, we've read Caraval, so they're done. I think I'm gonna hit the middle grade and then probably try and smash out Charmcaster, because these books are so easy to read. I could probably smash this out in a sitting. Honestly, it's just, I love these books so much. So this is my TBR so far for this week, and we'll see where we go from here. I think this one was my hey prompt as well, so ideally that would then tick off 2 more prompts. We've got 9 more books to read for the rest of the month, but that is just so that I can finish my TBR, because in the last week of August, because me and Michael want to finish this trilogy off because it's just epic, we are going to be reading the Ship of Destiny in the last week of August. I definitely want to get round to this at some point as well, because we've got Fire this month and I haven't read this one yet. I was trying to find an audiobook for it, but I can't seem to find it anywhere, so I don't think there's an audiobook for this. So I'm going to have to physically read it, which with fantasy, a bit debatable on. And I've been told that, because even though this is like an older fantasy, a lot of people have said it is kind of high fantasy. This is the tomb I'm taking to my parents' house next week. So this will be getting read next week along with Fire. We'll see how we go. I'm definitely wanting to get more than this read this week. I've got a whole weekend at home, so we'll see how we go. We're only on Tuesday and I'm starting this one tonight, or maybe tomorrow morning. But yes, follow me on my journey of trying to get out of a reading slump.
When you're gonna pick up, call too many times, text back saying sorry I'm drunk, why do I even try? Argue in circles for hours, cause what else can we do? Seems so sweet when it started, but now it's overgrown. I break my back trying to fix this and still end up alone. But I'll keep trying and trying till it splits me in two.
Hi guys, So, I don't think I updated you yesterday, did I? Probably not, because it was, I was on Becca's live, like actually live, and I think by the time we finished, I was just really tired. Finished Charmcaster, which I really enjoyed, and then I started on Soulbinder, but I then realised that I need to chill a bit because I've got the rest of this top layer to read. So in total I've now read, can't think of the top, there's either 4 or 5 books, but only 3 of those are the Roll Readathon prompts. So my music prompt I will have to leave until the mini poemathon meltdown, because that is also one of my meltdown prompts. But I'm going to move on to the hating game tonight. I don't have an audio for this, I don't think I can find one. So this is going to be a physical read. But for the rest of the weekend, what I'm going to try and do is then move on to City of Rust, which again, I don't have an audiobook for. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through it as quick. But we'll see, and then if possible, I know I'm behind, don't hate on me, Graceling. I'm doing the Graceling along, and I still need to read this. So, this is my TBR for the weekend. We'll just see, we'll see what we see. And then once I've done these 3, I'll have made, see this isn't even on my Royal Readathon TBR, and neither is this. But the books that I want to get read, oh my god. I'm just a failure in life, guys.
Yeah, no, you're just a fucking idiot.
I did start reading Valor at the beginning of the month, but then I moved on to Ship of Magic, Akamath and Caraval, because they were 3 buddy reads that I was doing in the first week. Finished Akamath, the Mad Ship, and Caraval, and now Charmcaster. I finished those 4 books. My TBR that I released at the beginning of August for my readathon TBR will have slightly changed, so it's what it's like living in me in my brain. I won't do the whole calendar thing like I normally do my Bujo. I'm going to do my August spreads and then plan out my September spreads, because in September is Becca's Bookathon. I did say that I was going to have a month off readathons, then I forgot that that was a thing, because then in October, my favourite month of the year, not only because it's my birthday, but it's spooky season, there is Spoopy Holes, Spoopathon. My battery's dying again, why? That's my update, and I'm gonna try at some point over the weekend to maybe switch to an audiobook and plan out Bujo spreads. So, it's not Thursday, did I say it was Thursday? It's Friday, and I will see you all when I decide to update you next. Maybe in the basic bitch I am, I'm probably gonna forget to update you tonight, and it'll probably be tomorrow now. So, I will see you all soon.
When you're gonna pick up, call too many times, text back saying sorry I'm drunk, why do I even try, argue in circles for hours, cause what else can
Hi guys, welcome to a 24-hour readathon within my vlog. So, I saw that Michael from The Average Reader was doing a little low-key, informal, kind of 24-hour readathon on starting at midnight, so I was like, do you know what, I'll join in along for the fun. So last night I watched Spirited Away and Kiki's Delivery Service, which I really liked, and on the back of that, when I put them on my Insta stories, I got a few more recommendations. I will be watching those at some point today or tomorrow, but I am this far into the hating game. So far it's just an introduction to why they hate each other. First thoughts is just, by the sound of it so far, there's no real reason for them to hate each other. It was literally just 2 publishing companies that have merged and are both going for the same. They've now been told that they're going to be like a higher up position, and they're both going for that position. At the moment it's just a case of her telling us what she hates about this guy and why she hates him, but by the sounds of it, she just hates him because he's the opposite of what she is. She's quite out there with a bright red lipstick and colourful clothing. He's very by the book and is a stickler, and they've had this kind of banter going on from when their 2 companies merged. I can't really see why she hates him so much. May come out later, but we'll see. So I'm gonna drink my cold infused twining tea and get back to reading, and then I might make a coffee later. Depends how I feel. I'm feeling okay at the moment, but we'll see. Wish me luck. Hey, so we are on 12:23 and I'm this far through on chapter 18 and I have so many thoughts. So you've got Lucinda, who has been working with this guy Josh, and by the sounds of it, the only reason why they don't like each other at the moment, like from what I can gather, is that when the companies first merged, she smiled at him and he frowned at her. And then from that, there's been this hatred between them. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you what else goes on between them, but it's a contemporary between a boy and a girl. Do you know what I mean? It's, you know. I'm all for, like, fun and games between people, but everything to these two is a game. It's striking me as like a slightly unhealthy thing. So they've gone from hating each other, obviously with some attraction there as well because it's contemporary, it's gotta be, but then they've gone from that to sort of like being all over each other, and it just doesn't sit right because the way that it's coming across, and obviously I'm not going to tell you whether or not this rings out to be true, but he's giving me very much Christian Grey vibes. Like, is that kind of, he's very stoic and, you know, he shares a little bit of his vulnerability, but he's hiding, it seems like he's hiding a dark past, and the ominous conversation that she overheard with someone, and she always talks about making things even, doing things as part of a game. They're going from, she's actually referred to the thing between them initially as the hating game. Now they're moving on to something else. She's just like, we're moving on to a different game. I don't understand why they have to, I don't understand it. I mean, it's okay, it's very okay. She's gone very simpy, is all I can say. Within the blink of an eye, she's gone from disliking him, although you can, like I said, clearly tell there's an attraction there. She's gone from that to like missing him, and she's done like a full 180 in the matter of a couple of chapters, and it's just very strange. So obviously it's not an insta-lovey thing, but as soon as there is a connection, it kind of turns into like an insta-love kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Or insta-lust, should I say, because love's a strong word. I wouldn't want a guy like this. I really wouldn't. And I wouldn't want a girl like that either. Just constantly playing games with each other, like, maybe it's just a me thing. Has anybody else read this, and let me know your thoughts? Because for me, I just feel like it just doesn't sit right. It's a solid okay 3-star. There are easily some problematic things in here that I'm just not comfortable with, but I can't pinpoint exactly how they make me feel. Does that make sense? Anyway, I'm gonna crank through the rest of this, hopefully in the next hour or so, and then move on to physically reading City of Rust, I think. Also, I found an audiobook of this on YouTube, so I didn't know that was a thing. Might get picked up eventually by copyright or whatever, but I found it on YouTube. So I'm gonna go ahead and listen to this, make myself some food, just get it over and done with, but I will be unhauling this once I've finished, because I just don't think it's one I want to keep. It's very okay, and I'm just not fully comfortable with some of the problematic things that are in it. It's just very strange. See you soon. Hello, friends. So, I'm on my couch. It's currently about 10:30ish. My friend has gone home. Best friend stops by. Sometimes I'll go to his on a weekend if I'm not at my family's, and then he stopped by for a bit today because his washer's broke and he needs to use my washer, so we stayed here for a bit. And so that put me a bit behind on my reading. So the impromptu, not so impromptu because it was like pre-planned for a couple of days, the mini 24-hour readathon that I was going to do has turned into like a 48-hour one, which will also round off this vlog very nicely as well. So plan is, I'm only a couple of chapters into City of Rust. I finished the hating game, which I will give full thoughts on tomorrow. Don't want to go into it right now. And then I'm going to start on Graceling tomorrow as well. And we'll see where we go. I really need to catch up on my editing So I think I'm just gonna use Becca's sprints tomorrow to do some editing, and then I'm gonna use Chloe's sprints to do some reading. I really need to get a consistent schedule because it's messing me up, but we'll get there. Once I've caught up, I will start sorting out a consistent schedule. I was getting on track, and then I didn't vlog for like a week because I was slumping, I think, and then it all went to shit. But the City of Rust I will be finishing hopefully quite quickly because it's big text, got a few illustrations in it, and it's middle grade. So downside, no audiobook, which, as we all know, I keep saying, recently I've been struggling to read just physical books without the audio, so I might try and find some ASMR rooms to put on in the background. Tomorrow I want it to be a productive day. Have a nice evening, whatever you're doing. I'll see you all on the morrow. Hi. Hey. My name's Lisa and I'm a failure in life. I've used a comb as a bookmark for this. I don't know why. I will finish this book tonight, but I haven't finished. No, said Rush then. It's not Rush, it's City of Rust. I've not finished this yet. I had a bit of a detour today. This 24-40-hour readathon turned into a weekend of very low reading. It's just I'm still going to post this because we can't win everything, can we? We can't always be winners. Someone's got to fail in life. So I am that much through. I did the Buffy watch along as part of Becca from Becca and the Books. She does a Buffy watch along. There's a couple of hours left before I need to get to bed, or want to get to bed, should I say. So I'm gonna read through the rest of this. It's relatively big writing, so it should be easy enough if I could just focus on one thing at a time. I feel like though that if I don't like this, I still might keep it. Just because I know that that's a really stupid thing to say, but this has been illustrated by Carl James Montford, and this is a gorgeous little gecko, and it's just so cute. I don't think I could throw a book away that is this cute. So if I can fit it on my shelves, I'm keeping it. So I'm hoping it gets better, but we'll see. So that also means I didn't get onto the Graceling, which is a big it's just a big mess, really. I am a mess. I'm gonna go off and read this, and fingers crossed it gets better. See, and then we can start a new vlog tomorrow. So for this week, I'm just gonna quickly wrap up what I've read this week. So I read the volume 3 of One Piece. I'm not gonna give you I mentioned this before, I'm not gonna give you a rundown of what's in every single volume set. This is a part of the East Blue arc, so every time I finish an arc, I'm gonna do like a video just doing a full review of the arc. That makes more sense to me, I think. So I also this week finished The Hating Game. Very average, 3 stars. I'll do a full rundown of my thoughts and feelings in my August wrap up, as I always do. The dynamic between these was just very meh. The reasons behind why they were the way they were with each other and why they hated each other from the beginning was very ridiculous, and it's kind of threw everything off for me. It was just very uncomfortable at parts, the way that they tried to make the whole relationship thing a game. It was just very weird, to be fair, but I did enjoy it overall, so that's why I got 3 stars. I then started and finished Charmcaster. Loved it, 5 stars, brilliant, epic, amazing, just everything that I wanted from a book and more. I'm just so excited to continue on with this series. If you've not read Sebastian de Castell, please pick it up. Pick up the Spellslinger series, pick up Great Coat series. He is a brilliant author. 5 out of 5 stars. 5. This is on Wednesday this week, so without going into too much detail, because this is the second book in the second trilogy in the Elderlings Ryle and the Realm of the Elderlings, but it's the Live Ship Traders trilogy. This is Mad Ship. The first book is a ship of magic. This just continues to follow Althea and Brashen and Malta and Kefria and Ronica and all the good guys, and Wintro from the first book, and it just continues on their journey. We then get to know more about a character called Amber, who appeared briefly in the first, was it the first book she appeared in? I think it was, but only briefly. We didn't really know much about her, and we've got to know more about Amber in this book as well. Revelations happened in this book. I no longer dislike Malta. I actually have done a full 180 on Malta. Still hate Kyle. If you've read the books, you'll know who all these names are. If you haven't, go read them. 100% would recommend. And revelations happened in this book that I cannot fathom. I have no idea how she's going to wrap this series up, this trilogy. Because yes, all her books are big and she has a lot of pages in which to wrap this up, but I need so much more information before she even tries to wrap anything up, because I am just beyond excited to continue with this. So as you guessed, 5 stars. So this week I've not done that bad. I'm happy with this. Finished Magic, started and finished 2 further books, and started this. So I can, without jinxing it, touch wood, I'm thinking I might have my slump, and I hope I am, because September is the month of readathons. So Monday, fingers crossed, I should be starting Fire with Fire, again with Becca Fowle. I can't say that, if Becca Fowle. If that gets pushed back, I do still have these to get through. So I've chugged away a bit at this. This is a non-fiction. This is a book about Wicca. I also have Fire that I need to potentially start next week, and I have these 2. I also have an ebook, which is the mythology prompt for the Royal Readathon. But again, I've got 2 weeks left of this month, I think, if I remember rightly. 2 weeks and 2 days left of this month. So we're going good. I've got my chunkiest books out of the way first this month. Again, I don't know why I've done this to myself yet again, leaving all my physical reads till the end of the month. But it is what it is. It's just how it's worked out. Getting back onto a productive streak, reading wise anyway, but editing wise, getting on a YouTube schedule. I need to fix this. I really do, because I really need to be more consistent. That's what I'm saying. So I will see you all next week, starting Monday. Fresh new vlog, fresh new week. Here we go.